FORA.tv. The world is thinking.
Do you think that Julian Assange is or will grow into a Daniel Ellsberg?
I don't think they're equivalent by a bit of a long stretch. Assange has, I think, established or tried to establish himself as a bit of a journalist. You know, he is the publication model through which all of this leaked material, and Cablegate is the biggest one, but there have been others. He is the facilitator for getting this information out. He doesn't get his hands dirty and get into the dangerous aspects of actually compromising sensitive national secrets. And I think the individual who is under suspicion in the U.S., private, whatever his name is in for a world of hurt, where Assange's legal issues are very different, and we won't get into that side of it. But I think comparing the two is a little simplistic. Ellsberg went out on a limb because he saw something that fundamentally bothered him, that said that the Vietnam War were being sold a bill of goods, and I have proof of this, and I need to get this out to the rest of my citizens. Assange seems to have a bit of an agenda, in my opinion, that says, the U.S. is bad, and if I keep publishing enough private stuff they do, eventually everyone will see something bad in there. So I would say no, they're not equivalent.
Paul, what do you think?
To the extent that I understand Ellsberg and his motivations, I'd say I agree with Mark. I don't see him as having a particular case. He seems to proceed from the view that everything the government does is, in some regard, suspect and worthy of revelation. It's indiscriminate, completely indiscriminate in its nature. It's an enormous invasion of privacy of some people. And if I had to draw a parallel between Assange and somebody, or Ellsberg and somebody, I'd say Manning is closer to Ellsberg than Assange is. On the other hand, Manning's motivations also, there seems to, one can't be sure, of course, what his motivation was, but he was a man who was having difficulties in his career. Mm-hmm. And so there's not a lot of nobility in this particular case, I don't think.
What do you think Julian Assange's motives are, Paul?
Well, I think on the one hand, he does seem to believe that the U.S. government, or maybe all governments, it's not clear to me, is somehow in a massive operation to hoodwink the population. I noticed that he gets an awful lot of ink and seems to be available a lot for cameras. Yeah. So I think I would probably say that he seems to be a guy who likes to be in the public eye as well. And this is certainly one way to do it. But I don't know. Whatever his motives are, I think they're misguided.